All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Skip and Loafer, episode 10. All right.
Another episode of this wonderful show.
Yes, we are out of the summer season. Sosuke has a little bit of a distance to him because of what happened recently. So that's a thing. But hey, it's not going to get Mitsumi down. She's got her friends. Nope. She's back at school. She's got new energy. She's got a tan.
That's right.
Like, it's just a good time.
She's flying high. She's got that dog that she says hi to on the way to school every day.
Exactly.
Like, it's all coming together. And hey, there's also this crazy school festival that is going to be bigger and badder and awesomer than anything she was able to have back home.
The best example of something where Mitsumi is going to go absolutely ape shit. And her friends are going to be like, ah! And Sosuke will just look even more out of sorts.
Because their class is doing a play.
Class is doing a play.
That's going to be interesting.
Oh, lovely.
And had nothing to do with Mr. Drama Club.
Nope.
Actually,
nothing to do with it. This is just the universe being like, sorry. Yeah. I didn't.
Although I do like the idea that maybe he had something indirectly to do with it because he just put so much passion into it that people are like, you know what? Plays are cool.
We should do that too.
We're going to do a play.
And he's like, why can't we do a main cafe just like every other year?
Yeah, exactly. And then Sosuke just goes up to him and he's like, why did you have to? He's like, I didn't.
I did nothing. This is the universe going, we in the cosmos, we don't care about you. So, these things just happen.
Sometimes serendipitous little accidents just happens.
Yep. Do we like that? So, without further ado, let's get into this.
私が属する生徒会は会計課や備品課と打ち合わせを重ね、人手の足りていないところへお手伝いへ行ったりなど大忙しです。なのでクラスの演劇の練習にもあまり顔を出せていません。
Okay.
そうそう。
What is it?
I saw him at the rehearsal.
Yeah.
So
it's all hands on deck. He probably can't get out of it, you know? And if the like auditions and role picks are very much like by vote and stuff, you know? Like he probably can't really say
he's
no,
a class
I don't want to do it. Sure.
He helps with things with her.
So it's like
they're like, oh, you're pretty, you're
and like unless he intentionally flubs like things, they'll be able to tell like, no, he's good at this. Even if he tones it down, they'll be able to tell.
うちなんか去年暗がりでイチャついたカップルがいたせいで今年お化け屋敷禁止だぞ。
Yeah.
ちなみにお前は何やんの？
God, there's an epic Sunday though.
Yeah.
なんか一緒にやろう、シマ。
いや、俺歌はちょっと。
なんだよ。カラオケ別に下手じゃなかったじゃん。
Yeah.
思い出作ろうぜ。はいはい、俺もやる。ナイス須田ちゃん。
そういえば俺って何でも引き受けて嫌がんないキャラで来てる。
Oh.
たかだか文化祭の出し物で固くなに拒否ったら変に思われる。
Your dysfunctions are clashing with each other.
Yeah.
そうすけさ、高校でちゃんと友達いんの？
Damn.
いるよ。
そんなキャラとか気にして嫌な。
Yeah, you must not have many people you can be you with.
やっぱいつかは無理が来るんじゃねえの？
Sure.
お前もしんどいだろうし、気使われてる方だって気づくよ。
でもさ、俺はある程度距離保ってんのが楽だよ。子役時代のことをつつかれてもいろいろめんどくさいし。リリカにもこれ以上迷惑かけたくない。そういうのが秘密主義だってことでちゃんと友達ができないんだったら俺は
Look at this guy, he's just like
say that again slowly. Like
楽しそうだったよ。昔は俺らの中でお前が一番。
Oh.
そのあんま気にしないで楽しめよ。
Ah.
相変わらずいいやつだな、クリス君は。
そうだろそうだろ。あ、へこいた。
修道院の規則を破ってばかりの彼女は大佐の家へ家庭教師に行くことに。
Wait, this is the sound of
大佐
music.
の家には大勢の。
Oh.
This is the sound of music.
Yeah. Yeah.
果たしてライラはこの家に笑顔と。
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the sound of music.
Love it.
大佐の姪エミリア。
Kinomoto.
ヨハンとの 身分違いの恋の行方は。
あ
あ。エミリアお嬢様、この手掴んで小さなバラ。
あ。Beautiful.
すっごくいいよ二人とも。優勝の予感しかしないよ。
Makoto just in there just like,
Oh, okay.
この二人でぴったりだな。木之本さんダンス部な上に歌もうまいし。
right,
何
right.
より木之本さんが彼氏持ちでラブラブで有名だからこそ女子の反発がなかった気がする。
Ah.
小春をよろしくお願いします。
いや誰も言わなかったけど絶対そう。
Peace treaty. God, high school.
Yeah.
So funny.
浅野さん、手伝えることとかあったら言ってね。
Oh, we have a part.
今尺がどうしてもはみ出しちゃって、
Oh.
脚本最後にもう一回見直して明日話し合おうってなったら、岩倉さんからも意見もらえる？結構大変な量。
She already had the little bags under her eyes.
難しいかな。大丈夫。
大丈夫。
まさか昼だったら打ち合わせもいけると思う。おお、さすが。ありがとう。
危な。大丈夫？
おい、釘とか使ってるし気ぃつけてマジで。
ごめん。
みつみちゃん疲れてんじゃない？ちょっと休んだら？
Immediately teleports back. Misty step.
楽しくてやってるからいいな。頼りにされるの嬉しいし、こんな大きなイベントせっかくだから目いっぱいやってみたい。
そっか。
I like how the bags mostly disappeared.
はい、OK です。よかったんじゃない？
一
Yeah.
旦休憩挟みます。
Back to the past.
お母さん見てた？
Oh.
見てたよ、宗介。すっごく上手だったよ。頑張ったね。
今度は何？投票用紙？
急に追加で頼まれちゃって。
ほどほどにしなさいよ。おやすみ。
So she's doing that while watching the video of the play.
Oh, that's yeah. I thought that was something that she had already done.
Careful, you're falling asleep with scissors in your
Yeah,
hands.
that could.
You could
she
poke
just-
your eye out, like.
Yeah.
Jeez! I can't! Don't do that!
どう？なんかいい案ある？それが本当にごめん。昨日寝落ちしちゃってあんま見れなくて。ああ、そっかそっか。それはしょうがない。やっちゃった。
No, it's okay.
どうする？
これいいかも。浅野さん、中庭じゃない？ちょっと行ってくるね。お昼は？ごめん、先に食べてて。
Yeah, it's too much.
岩倉さんいつも走ってんな。
Oh.
転びそうで傷つきそうで。
できないなら最初から引き受けないでほしいんだよね。まあそれはね、ちょっと空回ってるよね。
まだ小さな子供みたいに。
Okay.
All right.
ホタルは夜にしか見られないじゃん。だったら夜こっそり抜け出してみんなであの川に行こうよ。お隣は内緒でさ、僕らだけで行くんだ。作戦は僕が考える。看護師さんの見回りは時間が決まってる。1時間に1回。その隙に
That little seeking of affirmation there.
自分が正しいと思いたくて覚悟も自覚もないまま、最後罪悪感に押しつぶされて一家に背を向けて走り去る。
Yeah.
本当ぴったりの役を
Fuck.
さあ、本当間に合うのかな。
Yeah, get a drink. Yeah.
夏休みに短期バイトをして羽振りがいいのだ。好きなものを選ぶがよい。
Select the beverage of thy choosing.
じゃあ
Coffee.
みかんゼリ
Oh. Oh.
That was a fun little detail.
ー。島くんさっきすれ違ったということはやっぱり浅野さんたちの話聞こえてて心配して引き返してきてくれたの。
Completely tuning out whatever he's saying. Oh no, he stopped.
ぼーっとしてた。そうだ、劇の投資の動画見たよ。
あ
すごい素敵だったよ。島くんのヨハン。
あ、素敵ではないでしょう、ヨハンは。
No, I wasn't saying that. I said your Johan is
出
great.
し物は演劇に決定しました。
Yeah.
やるか。あの頃は確かに一生懸命だったけど、楽しいというより母さんが喜ぶからやってた。
She's just actual full on crying.
島くん、激出るの嫌だったよね。私、
Yeah.
いろいろ聞いてたし気づけたはずなのに。
No.
なんとなく引っかかってたのに都合よく解釈しようとしてたっていうか、ごめんね。
いやいや、それは
なんかそれ
Yeah,
だけじゃ
keep
な
going,
くて
keep going, yeah.
さっき中庭で言われてたの聞いたと思うけど、自分が大変な時でもこうやって心配してくれてるのに、なんか私全然周りが見えてなかったなーって。
そこまで気にしなくても。
Come on, hug time.
本人的には真剣なんだろうけど。
Well, it's because you were saying, like you were saying, she's running and running so fast and much. This is her trip, you know.
当然増えるし、大丈夫なの？東京に来て。
That's a great question.
君がいて高校生活ちょっと面白くなったけど、海とか山に囲まれた場所の方が似合ってる気もする。傷つかないで、そのまんま変わらないでいてくれないかな。やってみる？え？
Yes.
僕が見つけた小さな
Making someone else happy with
嵐に耐える。はい、ここでエミリアも立ち上がる。歌って。
あなたが摘んだ私はバラなんとか
Something.
わかんない小さなバラ。なんか恥ずかし楽しい。
上手じゃん、みつみちゃん。
And that was hand holding.
あ
Yeah.
りがとね、しまくん。もう大丈夫になった。
And more importantly, it's precedent for the OP.
保健室とか寄らなくて大丈夫？
私はね、しまくん。多少ド派手に転ぶことが多い人間だけど、
Yes.
その分起き上がるのもむちゃくちゃ得意なんだから。
Oh! Now he's about to cry.
Yeah,
Once you turn away.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh!
おめでとう、島。
Yeah!
ありがとう。
小さな
Oh.
あら。ようやくエミリア担当同い年とは可愛いもんですな。そんな怒る？
いや、なんとなく。
he says with a smile on his face.
Oh, man. Yeah, but you're not Subaru. You don't need to call her Emilia Tan.
Right.
Oh.
Home life, huh? Oh.
おじさま。
楽しそうだったよ。お前が一番。
But careful, you might snap. Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay.
That was an interesting way to end an episode.
It was.
It almost feels like it's like footage from the next episode.
Yeah,
you know,
like they were released
accidentally-
together or something.
Yeah. Or like they were cut together or something like that. Oh my god.
Another
All right.
super sweet episode.
This episode was very different from the previous one, but it
Quite
gave us
different.
so much, much wholesome vibes.
Yep.
So, Sosuke feeling the conflict, the internal struggle here, but also relating it to Mitsumi in the ways in which he used to push himself in that same way and eventually ended up falling flat on his face. But
Right.
Mitsumi has fallen flat on her face so many times that she's become an expert at dusting herself off and getting back up.
Yep.
That
hit you?
That hit me. That hit me so hard. Life is about basically learning how to fall flat on your face. Like not just to fall, but to fall like quickly. Like to go into life expecting like, I'm gonna fail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna screw up. Who the fuck cares? Get up and do it again.
I feel like
that's life. Fuck.
Demonstrates in this show like a wisdom that like I feel like only comes from innocence. Where it's like or it's easiest
weird.
Or something because
it's
that
like the
lesson
opposite. Like
I mean
because innocence is
she falls flat on her face, right? But like the I feel like this is a lesson that in some ways can get harder as you grow up. Like,
why?
Because
consequences?
Consequences, expecting to have things figured out, things like that.
Well, in a lot of ways, while you're right in that there are more things that can happen negatively when you fuck up. Yes, that is the nostalgia, if you will, of going back to the time where the falling flat on your face is like, it's not a big deal. It's
exactly.
Sosuke saying, this isn't worth crying over in his head, But the point is that you have so much more competence that the actual falling flat on your face as an adult still scale up to where they're not that big of a deal.
Sure.
Because you actually have the ability to then adjust things quickly with all the competence that you gain from growing up. So I don't think it changes at all.
Okay.
I think it's that when we as an adult grow up with that perspective not being learned younger, we then take it even more so because we're even more afraid of the consequences.
Right.
So we just don't then try things if you're in that state as an adult.
And in Shima's case, he got put into the world of adults early.
Way too early.
Way too early. And so then he runs into that situation where then there's actual big consequences for his mistakes. Right?
Sure.
Like the whole situation with Ririka, right? Where like both of their lives were drastically changed as a result of screwing up, right? And so now...
But I would also say that that's not his screw up. Again, that's one of those instances where he more got something just side... he got blasted from the side, basically.
Exactly. Yes, it's a thing that he blames himself for and she blames him for, but realistically, it was all the other people that you were with that were the grown-ups and the adults that let that shit happen because you're kids.
Right. And hence he has paranoia about fucking up in a lot of different areas and ways that you know, his lovely friend has got some insight to be able to speak to him about.
I really like that we got that little conversation there with Chris. Even though it's like it's very much he's the touchstone for how Shima's doing because Shima is actually comfortable talking, being genuine with him.
Right. He more needs to exist for this story to kind of work.
He's less of like a character on his own, right? You know, and I feel like that's kind of exemplified with the and then they're walking away and then it's like, oh, I farted. You know, right? Like,
that's just this is a childlike kind of wonder kind of anime and story.
Right. But like it's the
goofy stuff happens.
Goofy stuff happens, you know.
Yeah.
And so now like we had the stuff at school, and we've got teasings of home life stuff, both in the past, with all the shit that was going down back then, and the mom finding the flyer for the play. I'm curious. I don't know whether I'm supposed to be excited for that or not.
Oh, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, if she goes and he gets to redeem.
Sure.
He gets to redeem acting.
Like that'd be amazing. That'd be everything.
He'll have his life completely changed.
Oh, and I could absolutely see if that happens, right? Like if she goes to the school and she sees the friends that he's made,
and she sees like what he's doing, and she like encourages him and affirms him, and in some way sets him free a little bit.
And and also, I fully believe that she would end up at some point grabbing Mitsumi's hand in both of hers and being like, "Thank you for looking after my boy."
Yeah, if she saw.
Like that,
how much it was all connected and stuff, because I'm guessing he doesn't talk much to her. So
no. Like because that was where I felt like maybe there was the sort of the conflict from that is that it's he kept this from me.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Right?
He
Like not in
definitely
the
kept it
not
from
in the
her.
how dare he not tell me, but in the oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. But she doesn't know necessarily whether he's in it or not. It's
Yes.
just the flyer. It's the advertisement. You know,
Exactly.
so-
Right. It could be nothing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, she's going to be there. That's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. But okay, the relationship between these two getting addressed a little bit. I really liked that in the setting of this totally not The Sound of Music for copyright reasons play that they're doing here. We're having him get into the headspace of, okay, if I'm the yes man and I say yes to everything to make other people, feel better about things, how do I then take that in context with the I really don't want to do this?
Yeah. And he could have gotten out of it, right? I like
really
that he
could
acknowledged
have.
that after. He's like, yeah, no, he could have, like, it's very much the Agashira thing of like, oh, they'll think it's cringe. No, they won't, because they don't think about you.
Nobody
that much.
thinks about you
Right,
that much. Yeah.
Right. So yes, you absolutely could have gotten out of it. And I don't think it's something where he subconsciously wanted to be in it. I think it's a
He was afraid of what other people would think.
exactly.
It's that simple.
It's a reminder to him, or a rude awakening of sorts, of just how much his own baggage is getting in the way.
Yeah,
in a practical daily life kind of way.
Yeah.
Because with Ririka, that's a very active thing, but he considers that to be like his fault and all of that stuff, and so he doesn't see it as being an issue, if you will, right? He just sort of puts up with it.
Right.
Whereas with this, it's the no, I really don't want to be doing this, and I'm doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. My life experience actually, well, what did I say? I had a life experience like this actually rather recently.
Oh, yeah?
Where there was something where someone did the whole like, oh, we want to do something and want you to be a part of it. And in my head, I hear, we're going to use your kind of specific thing that you bring to the table for this thing here. And I'm like, oh no, I hate those kinds of group projects where it's like, I'm gonna get fucking just tossed aside once I've done my thing here. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this. And then I'm like, well, like, have you figured this out? So I'm trying to give like reasons as to like why I'll say no. And they're like, no, we covered that. I'm like, shit, now I have to say yes. Because I set the parameters of these things here.
Yeah, rather than just the no, I don't want to, because now if you say you don't want to, it's the not only do I not want to, I also didn't want to tell you that I don't want to because I don't trust you enough to say that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the thing that sucked was then afterwards, I'm like calling my wife. I'm like, why the fuck did I say yes to this? She's like, I don't know. Like, I was going to say, it didn't seem like the kind of thing you'd be interested in. The thing that was best about it was that after it, I was like, I'm really glad I did that. It was really cool. It was a really good time.
Nice.
But it was just really funny to see that situation happen here when I'm like, oh, I recently just went through something very similar to that.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Those are
Yeah.
fun.
Being a people pleaser is tiring.
It is exhausting.
Just don't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, oh man, I love that he even calls him out and being like, do you even have any friends there? And he's like, ow. It's like, no, because you're
really
saying
know.
if you are, pretending and being all this fake person and stuff, you must not have anybody that you can do that with, so therefore...
He's effectively
people are gonna-
doing what Ririka wanted him to do of how dare you have friends.
Yep. I mean, that's
So-
what he said. He
No,
said,
right.
I will then do that. If that's what I have to do, then
Yeah.
I'll do it.
And so it's the... Right, which... listen to yourself.
I love the guy was like sitting there with the like really bitch,
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Right. Like, and then, okay, now maybe this is just me. And then he offers him the cherry off of his epic sundae.
Yes.
And he's like, no.
That was a parfait. That wasn't a Sunday.
Yeah,
That was a
a testament to
bakeries and cafes and
structural
ice cream
engineering of
stores.
confectionery. You
God,
know?
that was
That was incredible. But
Yeah.
then he offers him the cherry, and he says all the things that he's like, nah, it's all drippy and like mushy and stuff. Okay, maybe it's just me. That looked like a perfectly delicious cherry to me, right? I don't know if there's any connection that's being intended there, but it's like he sees all of the ways in which something is wrong when there's nothing fucking wrong with it, right?
Yep.
And it's the, no, I'm not going to let myself have anything.
I can't let myself enjoy these things. Yes.
Right.
Yes, there is a very insidious aspect to shame in that a lot of people believe shame is deserved for certain instances of things. And I will go so far as to say that there is probably only one emotion more toxic than shame. And I don't want to go into that because that's a whole other conversation. But I would put shame as the second most toxic thing that you can put upon yourself and actually like say, I deserve this.
And I will say there are therapists that say that actually it is the worst one that you can do.
Yes. So, yes, that's why I don't want to get into the controversial thing as to what I believe is worse than shame.
Yeah. But, you know,
I'm with you.
Like that's not just like a conjecture thing.
No, it is not.
Like there are people that have studied this kind of shit.
Mental health and emotional
that have said,
well-being.
shame is the fucking worst.
That is active the worst. But the thing is, there are cultures and there are belief systems and there are worldviews that say, no, shame is actually important. It is a part of what makes this society work. And it's like, okay, I know what you're getting at here.
Right.
But
shame is an indicator. And that's it.
Shame is not fear also either.
Shame is not fear, and it should not be fuel, right?
No.
Like it just lets you know, oh, maybe I need to reevaluate. Maybe I messed up.
Right.
Like, that's it.
But that's where the other thing is that shame is insidious. Shame will pretend that it's fear at times. And that's the part that, oh man, fear is a healthy amount of fear is actually good. There is no such thing as a healthy amount of shame. There is no such thing in my opinion. I have very, very strong opinions about shame and the other, but I'm overly focusing on that. But the point is that Sosuke here, or Shima Sosuke here, has so much shame. So much shame. He's riddled with it to the point where the only thing that can pull him out of his stuff there is seeing the ways in which his own shit that he's had to deal with might be something that someone else is dealing with. And thus he's able to stop for a second and go, no, I don't want you to have to deal with that.
Because the biggest problem about shame is it's inherently self-destructive, right?
Yeah.
And so it's, you're tearing yourself apart from the inside. And so, it's obviously going to cause a bunch of trouble. But then, in this situation where then he is kind of forced to then focus on someone else, he's able to at least leave the shame aside for now. Right? And I love the things that they did with how he used acting in these situations to help people out.
Right.
Both showing where it might have come from with the whole thing with his mom, which, oh my God, that's rough. That's rough. I was thinking it was going to be more of the parent that's like, no, be the successful child actor. Instead it's the, no, there is a very immediate issue that I am aware of, and yet my mother is not fully allowing me to come and help her with because, he doesn't fully understand all that stuff. Yep. But, I can cheer her up if I do this.
Yeah.
And the little ways, there's the big one that he did with the, hey, let's sing and dance, right?
Yes, right. But there's other.
But there was another one where it's the, may I get you a drink, my lady? Right? Like,
I have been blessed with good fortune over this summer.
And a summer job.
As a part-time job.
Right.
Wouldst thou like to partake in a
beverage, right?
Of thine choosing. Yes.
Right. Like, that's something where he didn't even consciously think to do it, right? Like with the whole bit with the play and the dance, that's the she is very down right now. I'm going to do this thing because it'll cheer her up.
Yeah.
That just came from the overflow of his heart. Yeah. Right? It's the, she's maybe feeling a little down, but I'll, I can do this.
I can do a little thing.
I can do a little thing here.
Yeah.
And that goes to show that he does actually like this stuff, right? He does. It's not something where it's been completely overtaken.
Right.
It's that he does not believe he deserves it.
Right.
Because he so readily accepts what the shit that Ririka is shoveling. Which, hey, I understand. Like, I feel like we understand the shame that is there with that. I fully believe it, and I'm like, yeah, that's rough, buddy.
It informs so much of his character.
It informs so much, but you got to let that go. Like it
will kill you.
It will kill you. It is not working well for you. I love that Chris brought up the whole idea of no. Eventually, you'll snap. Right? Like, and that doesn't have to be like snap and you won't be able to deal with it anymore.
No.
It's the you'll snap and you'll hurt people around you.
Right.
You've already done that in previous times.
You have.
When, communication just starts to touch on this subject. It's very sore and sensitive and everything, and I haven't fully communicated about stuff like that, and so then something happens.
Yeah.
We were able to resolve it just fine, but it still happened. So you got to take care of your own shit, man, because even if you don't care about yourself, you care about other people, right? You care about the people around you. You know,
your friends, right?
Yeah, because they are, right? Like even if you make up the excuse that like, nah, the non-Mitsumi people at school, they're fun acquaintances that are nice distractions or whatever, but I'm not really friends with them. You're friends with her. You can't bullshit and say that you're not and that you wouldn't care about that, you know? Don't you lie to me, you know?
Yep.
Like that's yeah.
Yeah. That's all in this episode. That was just a treat.
Yes.
Treasure.
But school festival.
School festival.
Week out.
Yes, school festival magic as well is a thing. I'm kind of curious if Higashira's little like portent will be accurate in some way.
Well, because we got a bit of that. He literally was like, "I'm going to use the school festival magic here to help cheer her up." You know, so
I mean that's part
even
of
in
it,
ways that
yes.
is not traditionally expected because she's not playing the actual role.
Right. But I am a little bit curious if that ends up being a thing where it's the like, there's a little bit of spice or something that comes about.
Open to the public, you can bet your ass that if Ryuka finds out that he's in a play, she will be there and she will try and ruin it in some way.
Well, that's actually the part that I'm more confident about because then she'll be more overt and direct, and someone else will see that.
Yeah,
and Sosuke has friends.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
right.
wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if Yuzuki and Makoto were like, we'll cut a bitch. Like you have like the two sides of like darkness and light.
Yeah, exactly.
To realize that they both are used as very powerful levels of magic.
The social finesse person, you know, in Yuzuki, who's like, I can see your bullshit and I can work my way around it. And then you've got Makoto, who's like, I don't even see what I know you're doing something, but how can you avoid me if I don't even know what you're doing, right? Like,
well done. I was literally trying to use that exact same gag, but to spin it into a joke that made sense. And well done.
Like, and then on top of that, you've got Mitsumi, and you see that like the face that she does. That's like the smile. That's like the V smile. You know, of like just a, you know, like. You think that wouldn't immediately turn to a, you know, yeah, exactly, right? Like,
and this is saying nothing about Now-chan.
Oh yeah.
Say
or
Higashira. Higashira and Now-chan together also just.
Yeah, exactly, right. Just. Oh man, this is some across the Spider-Verse squad up, you know? Like, let's go. Right. Like
hence why I think that everything with people showing up and it being a more dramatic thing, I think is actually a good thing.
Yes.
Mom being there is a good thing.
Absolutely.
There's a lot that can be addressed here.
And just as a personal thing, I love in general when you get the friends in the story that then stand up for the friend that's like being accosted in some way by someone else emotionally or whatever, you know. But I also really love the idea of it happening in this show, because in this show, we would have it be something where the damsel in distress effectively in this situation would be the attractive, popular guy, right? The, you're hurting the feelings of our guy friend? No. He's got feelings too. Back off.
Fuck off.
Yeah, right. like I'm almost seeing Mitsumi doing like that like old, like you know, the Ghibli movies when the two guys with the, you know, ballooned chests, like bump chests and are like trying to push each other away.
Yes, you see that. I love that. I'm seeing the dough girl from Odd Taxi doing the like getting ready to set up to do the karate move, and it's just like, what the fuck is she doing?
Yeah.
I'm ready to knock you out.
Yeah.
I'm doing my step.
Right.
And if I'm ready for this, if you
I've practiced this shit.
I'm a roundhouse kick you.
Right. That's great. Yeah.
You're going to be waking up in 4 hours in a hospital bed.
Right. and she just keeps on talking, you know, like
Wow,
listen here, you little shit. You know?
Exactly. Oh man, that's the realm of fan fiction. I'm excited for just some more wholesome sweetness for Loafer. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.